Nara Lokesh, Minister of Information Technology, Human Resources, Communications and Real-Time Governance. Lokesh, thank you so much for joining us. That's a huge portfolio you've got there. And clearly you are a busy man. And I have to dive in straight into the first big story that we're going to be talking about. Google's investment into Andhra Pradesh, 88,000 crores in the next 3 years. And, you've been talking about pitching Vizag as an AI city. Tell us some more about, what went behind the scenes in convincing Google to come on board? Because there is a lot of competition. You have competition from Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. There are other states that promise also an ecosystem, which is where talent is concerned, where a supply chain is concerned. Mm. So what went into convincing Google into coming in, investing in Andhra Pradesh?
Well, in Andhra Pradesh, we have a double-engine bullet train.
Okay.
So if you look at it, it's been a great relationship between the state government and the central government. We are able to not only provide best-in-class incentives, but we're also able to help in terms of creating policies and any changes that is required at the central government level.
Okay.
So we are able to lead these conversations from the front. So if you look at it, our first meeting with Google was way back in September 2024.
Okay.
Where I hosted them in Visakhapatnam over lunch, drove them down personally to show them where they can do their data center. And then I followed it up with my visit to their HQ and continued our conversations at the central government level, got a lot of clarity on various points. And then here we are,
okay.
A year later, grounding India's largest FDI investment ever.
India's largest FDI investment ever since liberalization.
Absolutely.
So that's quite an accomplishment. What are the key things that Google has asked for when it comes to you? What are the terms of engagement that have been discussed and agreed upon?
So if you look at it from an incentive package, end of the day, every state is competing and we are going to compete on the incentive package in that sense. But what got us talking even more is the changes that is required at the central government level, at the policy level interventions, right?
Interesting.
How would you define permanent establishment? How do you look at data that comes in, gets processed and then goes out? How do you look at data embassies? So these were the questions that we were able to answer, which no other state was able to answer. Because again, in Andhra, we have a double-engine bullet train working.
So what are the changes that we can expect coming in from the center? Where the changes that you've promised Google, the double-engine bullet train, what are the changes that we can hope going forward to enable this investment to come and really be a transformative effect, not only for Andhra Pradesh but even for India?
One, if you look at it as a political establishment, we are a regional political party, but we have the nation at heart. So we always work in the interest of our nation. And Mr. Naidu has always done it in the past. If you look at privatization of airports, telecom deregulation, he's done that bit. We are doing it all over again with data. Right. And if you look at, lawful interception versus a data embassy. So these were things that we were able to work through. And, ensuring that there's no retrospective taxation that will ever get hit in this particular space.
Okay.
So these were things, or across spaces.
And how about data storage?
That is there.
Okay.
That already exists. So that states already have power. But the question was, suppose I'm working on data that is X country. The data is just coming in, getting processed here using AI, ML, or various other technologies, and then gets exported out.
Right.
Now, how does taxation apply on it? How does lawful interception apply on it? So these were questions that we had to answer, which is not only in the interest of Andhra Pradesh, but in the interest of nation. And we were able to resolve these issues.
Interesting.
And that, I believe, will help India.
And the data stays in Andhra Pradesh or does it go back to the parent company?
Data, it depends on which data we're talking about.
Okay.
Is it Indian data or is it a data which is a sovereign data of other country?
Sure, yeah.
So it depends on which data it is.
Okay. And for Indian data,
it's going to stay here.
It stays in India.
It stays here.
Okay. So a lot of modalities must have been...
A lot of nuances, a lot of back and forth. But the way Google and Andhra Pradesh approach this conversation is to be honest with each other. We said, okay, this is the problem statement. Let's go solve this problem statement. And then of course, this is enabling us to bring in greater investments into the sector across the nation.
You've also, somewhat pioneered this whole 99 paise development model. So is that what is the land that's been given to Google also, with that token amount of 99 paise?
Actually, not.
Okay. Is it for completely free or?
No. So
No.
it's at a certain market price that was mutually agreed upon.
Okay.
But then our 99 paise model is now being delivered through a policy called the LIFT policy.
Right. Yes.
We are one of the very first states to pioneer it. And if I'm right, we are the only state that still has a trademark on it.
Sure.
And that's enabled us to attract investments.
Okay.
So if you look at it, it's not, and again, land is one component of it. But what we have is amazing talent pool. And if you look at the global IT space, people from the two Telugu speaking space, the states have a role to play in it.
Right.
So that's where I believe we have the right talent, we have the right ecosystem, and now we have the speed of doing business.
So I want to talk to you a little bit more about that, the speed of ease of doing business. I think that's a big red flag for a lot of states in the country. That's a big concern that's raised by a lot of investors. But Andhra Pradesh seems to have cracked that code. When it comes to really rolling out the red carpet, you all announce it and then it's done. Boom, it's done. How are you doing it? What is the rule book that you're following? Maybe it's an example for other states to follow as well.
Well, it's called Naidu 4.0. We have the best version of Mr. Naidu and his government now. See, one of it is, if you look at it politically, right, 50% of our MLAs are first-timers. 17 out of the 25 ministers are first-timers. So what we bring is raw energy, passion to solve problems. And once we shake hands with any company, saying, okay, let's look at Andhra and say, okay, this is the investment. It no longer is their project, it becomes our project. Together, we are in it together.